Godspeed.
Ahoy, all of you flick freaks out there, what is going on? My name is Andrew, and we are going to continue on with the top 100 films of all time. It gives me great pleasure to say that we have made it to the top 5 films of all time. We are so close to number 1, and we're going to get there tonight. We are going to get there, but as I've said in every single video, please make sure you know each of these videos is getting its own personal little clip on YouTube. So if you want to see 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, they have their own respective videos. Make sure you go and watch those first. As well, make sure you go and watch numbers 11 through 100. Having said all that, I think it's time now to move on to number 5.
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
Coming in at number 5 on this list, we have, again, the 2007 film No Country for Old Men, directed by the Coen brothers. I remember whenever this and There Will Be Blood came out, they both came out roughly around the same time, I think within a couple months of each other. I don't remember a time in my life when I've had more difficult of a decision, for whenever it comes to film anyway, of which one I liked more. Still to this day, I question if I've made the right decision, whether I like There Will Be Blood or No Country for Old Men more. I go back and forth because each one is so good. And they're just so similar in a lot of respects. They're both very ominous and they're both very heavily character driven. In There Will Be Blood, it lies heavily on the shoulders of Daniel Day-Lewis's performance, which again I do feel is the greatest performance by an actor in history. But in this one, we have one of the greatest villains in cinema history. And that is given to us by Javier Bardem's character, Anton Chigurh. And he gives one of the most terrifying performances ever. And he has that infamous haircut from the movie, which you can't really see it in the poster there. But he has this really weird bowler cut. And just the way he looks at you, there's just no expression on his face. There's a scene in this movie, and I'm not going to spoil it, but if you know what I'm talking about whenever I say the infamous coin toss, which you just heard in the leader to this little clip here, what's the most you've ever lost on a coin toss? That is one of the most intense, terrifying scenes I've ever seen in a movie. And it lies heavily just how blank and emotionless Javier Bardem's face is in that scene. And his weapon of choice in the movie is also really intriguing. It's a cattle gun with the little metal rod that shoots out of it. And he has a silenced shotgun, which is also really intriguing. I guess I should give you the plot of the movie. So it takes place in Texas, and Josh Brolin's character is hunting one day for antelope, and while he's out hunting, he stumbles across the remains of a bloody shootout between some cartels and some drug dealers. And just sitting in the middle of all this carnage is a little briefcase. He opens it up, and it's about $3 million. And he decides, you know what? I've had a tough life. My wife and I live in a trailer park. I'm going to take this money. It's mine now. But little does he know that there is an assassin that has been set loose to find that money by any means necessary. So what he thinks is a gift from God, this money ends up becoming one of the most deadliest consequences to his life. And that is Anton Chigurh by Javier Bardem. Oh, this movie is so good. Just not only the performances, but the story in it is amazing as well. And I think that's maybe why I like this movie a little bit more than There Will Be Blood. Whereas There Will Be Blood is really character heavy and the performances are out of this world. The performances in this movie are almost just as good, but the story is that much better. So that may be why it's number 5. But then again, they both came out the same year within a couple months of each other. And this is the movie that ended up winning Best Picture over There Will Be Blood. So it also has that going for it as well. Having said all that, I would like to wrap up the number 5 greatest movie of all time. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed the top 95 movies so far. Only 5 more to go. If you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe button down there. And if you check up in the top right corner, you're going to see a little card. One of those will take you over to the Game Geeks channel. The other one will take you over to the Flick Freak store where you can buy some merchandise. We have a Patreon campaign where every single dollar put in there gets put directly back into the channel to make it better. I cannot tell you how excited I am to finish off the top 5 list. We are so close to being done. And I will catch you in the next video. And until next time, thank you for watching. And Godspeed to 10,000 subscribers.
Yo, my name is Cliff Safredi. We're from bangbust.com. We specialize in porn pop-ups, malware, spyware, adware, and the like. If you have Bonsai Buddy on your computer, you could thank us, baby. And this video is over.